Hello Motorrad World fans, and that is it from Saturday here at Portimao, the first Saturday of the 2023 MotoGP World Championship and the first ever sprint race of MotoGP done and dusted. Let me know what you think. Did you enjoy it? Were you excited? Did it add a bit more excitement to it? Let me know. From my point of view, I think so. It was created for more excitement and to fill up a little bit of a void on Saturday, and they've done that. Listen, I'm a racing whore. Give me racing, more racing any day, and I'll take it. And I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. So yeah, let me know what you think. But Pecco Bagnaia is the winner of the first ever MotoGP sprint race. Kind of always was going to be, he's the package to beat, I think, in all kinds of conditions, and he proved it once again. Looked a little bit desperate at the start, but once he settled down, got into a rhythm, hunted down Jorge Martin in the end, and pulled off a perfect win. So well done to Pecco and Ducati on winning the first sprint race of the year and just proving that, their number one plate is on there for a reason. They are the team and the rider to beat at the moment. Jorge Martin in second place. He ran the hard compound front tyre and the soft rear, whereas Pecco ran the medium front and the soft rear. So yeah, different tyre combinations there for the riders, but Martin made it work and just missed out on the victory at the end. But yeah, well done to Martin, second place, good result for him. Sprint races are ideal for a rider like Jorge Martin. Just let it all hang out, and he proved that yeah, he's going to be a top contender. Let's hope that he can take that kind of form into every race, and certainly into the long Sunday races as well. Marc Marquez in third. Now, this is a tricky one because Marc Marquez, I said earlier on when he qualified in pole position that, oh geez, what a surprise, and Marc Marquez in third in the sprint race, what a surprise. Why are we surprised? Why am I surprised? It's Marc Marquez. It's an 8-time world champion, 6 times MotoGP world champion. We should not be surprised. The man is a miracle man. He's pulled miracles off before, and he's done it again. Listen, we all know the problems that he and Honda have had. We know the Honda's not where it needs to be. But Mark wrestled the bike around. I love the interview he did with Simon Crayford, who said, you wrestled the bike to third, and he said, I pretty much did. We're not where we want to be yet, but fantastic result, and well done to Marc Marquez and Honda. I appreciated Mark's comments after the race as well, where he said the team worked long into the night, and the team had the bravery to come to him and say, we've looked at the data, you need to change your riding style here. And he was kind of like, I'm an 8-time world champion, 6-time MotoGP world champion. How dare you tell me to change my riding style? But he listened, to his credit, he did, and it's put him third in the sprint race and pole position. For a work in progress, they're not doing too bad, Honda, so well done to them. Jack Miller in fourth place. Thriller Miller is just such a showman. Some of those passes, chucking it on the inside, getting that rear tyre, all kinds of sideways. Been a long time since we've seen a MotoGP bike go that sideways. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Jack made that race a little bit more entertaining. So well done to Jack and to KTM, because you're not supposed to get it right on a soft front tyre on a KTM, and Jack and his new team, all those Ducati people that came with him, are doing something right. And Jack gave huge credit to his team in the rider debrief, saying, I'm just the idiot that rides the bike. My team have done so well to give me a great package. I felt much better with the engine braking, able to kind of get the bike sideways, get it stopped, and then put it in with the confidence on the front. So the front end felt super duper good. So yeah, Jack Miller looking very happy. And it was a brilliant result for Jack Miller and KTM, and they signed him to bring a new freshness to the team, new ideas. They signed half of Ducati to bring freshness and new ideas, and so far it's working. So well done. I did ask him, will that translate to Sunday now, where he's going to have to run the hard front tyre and soft rear, and he said hopefully it will. It's definitely not going to be as easy, so we're going to have to wait and see what Jack Miller and KTM can pull off on the Sunday race now with a hard front and soft rear, which this weekend certainly they haven't spent a lot of time on. Did a couple of laps on Friday on the hard front, but he said they've got all the data from the test, so let's see how that plays out in the main race there for them. Maverick Vinales in fifth, Aleix Espargaro in sixth, the two Aprilia riders, and they kind of duffed their own races up. Hey, they did all that hard work to catch up to the leading group, and then had a little internal battle and just kind of duffed their chances up of getting a podium. So I'm sure there'll be a little bit of frustration there from those two riders, but nevertheless, 5th and 6th place for Aleix, for Maverick and Aleix, the top Aprilia riders. Miguel Oliveira, now they would have been happy to see Miguel Oliveira make that mistake on the last lap, going from 3rd down to 7th, because he qualified top Aprilia rider. He was top Aprilia rider looking on for 3rd place, and made that mistake unfortunately and dropped to 7th. But very positive signs as well for Miguel Oliveira, and the RNF Aprilia team, because it wasn't looking like a good weekend until qualified 4th. Brilliant stuff for him, and Portuguese fans just, I heard the disappointment when he ran wide and he went from the podium to 7th, but very positive signs there for Miguel and the RNF Aprilia team. I think he's going to be there more often than not. We said it was going to work out with him and Aprilia, and the signs are already there. Zarco in 8th place, Alex Marquez in 9th. Zarco in 8th, just not good enough on that bike, to be honest. It really isn't. We do know that he's kind of a racing test rider role with Pramac Ducati, but again, just not good enough in 8th place on a factory Ducati in my eyes. Alex Marquez in 9th, a lot of hype after Friday, certainly didn't really bring that in, but still early days for Alex Marquez on the Gresini Ducati, and he'll be hoping for better. Fabio Quartararo, big talking point, down in 10th place. Qualifying was horrendous, and this is what happens when you qualify further down. You get stuck in these little battles, and ran a little bit wide. Joan Mir saw a gap, took it, and down Joan Mir went, and Fabio was forced to lift up, dropped down to 13th or 14th, fought his way back up to 10th, but it's not good enough. This is a racetrack where Fabio and Yamaha have won before, and they've been nowhere in the game so far this weekend, and sprint race is kind of their best shot in many ways at winning. There's a lot of work. Fabio's it's going to be another case of Fabio just wringing the neck out of that Yamaha, giving everything he can out of it. But yeah, so far Yamaha have not improved as much as they should have and could have, basically. Raul Fernandez in 11th. Now, he qualified second last, and he made it all the way up to 11th. So again, hats off to Raul Fernandez. Brilliant ride there from that young man, and he's got himself up into 11th place, and another good performance from the RNF. How's this guy? Right up my arse. Get out of here, man. Up into 11th place. So good ride there from Raul Fernandez. Brad Binder in 12th. Now, Brad, good start up into 10th place into turn 1. They went down into turn 5, and he had a Johan Zarco on a Ducati, shove it on his inside and push him wide almost to the point that he ran off the track, and that dropped him down to about 16th, and a recovery ride. He got up to 11th at one stage, and then I'm sure just the injury just took its toll, and in 12th place there for Brad. Now, I've already seen everyone, especially South African fans on Facebook, saying, oh, Brad and the KTM's not as bad, and Jack Miller's proved this, and Brad, oh, blah, blah. Calm down. Keep your fan caps on. I'm going to keep mine on. It's been a testing weekend for Brad Binder, there's no doubt about it. I saw him after the race, and the guy can't even move his neck. He cannot even move his neck. How he rode that MotoGP bike, I don't know. He did. He braved it to 12th place, a brilliant ride. Times weren't too bad. He finished 8 seconds off, but he lost 3 seconds with the Zarco incident. So it's not all doom and gloom. Jack Miller was brought in to bring fresh ideas that will translate to Brad on a weekend under different circumstances. It's been a very trying weekend. Brad missed the whole of FP1 with his neck injury. It hasn't been a good weekend for Brad Binder. It's damage limitation, so please don't stress just yet. Yes, take my fan cap off, put my journalist cap on, and I look at it and go, well, you're not supposed to be able to run a soft tyre on the KTM. Jack did. You're not supposed to do a one-off fast lap on the KTM. Jack did. So yes, there are these boxes being ticked from Jack's side of the garage that Brad's side have never really ticked. But that's why Jack Miller and all those Ducati guys were brought in to help tick those boxes. So when Brad is 100% fit, and we know the talent that is Brad Binder, he's going to be there. Don't worry. Fan cap back on. Brad Binder, don't worry, is going to be up there. Sensational rider, just in a tough circumstance on a tough weekend. Alex Rins in 13th, first time out on the LCR Honda. Franco Morbidelli 14th. 17 seconds behind in a 12 or 14 lap sprint race. That is just not good enough. I've seen Franco Morbidelli walking around the paddock. Doesn't look like he wants to be here, to be honest. I know Valentino Rossi has come out and said he's taking Franco under his wing and he's going to work hard with him. He's got a lot of work to do there, because that is shocking. There's no other way to put it. I am a Morbidelli fan, but that's shocking. That is shocking on a factory Yamaha. Shows where Yamaha is in a way, but it shows where Franco Morbidelli is at the same time. Will he finish the season with him if this carries on? I don't know. Taka Nakagami in 15th and Digi in 16th. Now, the other side of the sprint race, there was always going to be what happens, it's a lot of pressure on the riders, they crash. And for Sunday, the first victim of the sprint race is Enea Bastianini, factory Ducati rider, who left a little bit of a gap down into turn 5. Luca Marini on the VR46 Marini Ducati saw a gap, put it on the inside, and unfortunately contact with Enea Bastianini, who landed heavily on his right shoulder and now has a fractured right scapula and will miss Sunday's race and potentially Argentina as well, maybe Kota. So the first victim of the sprint race. But this is where race direction have to look at this. I've had a couple of people say to me, yeah, but it was a hard move or what. You've created a sprint race. That means there's more urgency from riders. That means when they see a gap, would that incident have happened in a main race? Maybe not. A Marini would have said, well, I've got time. Marc Marquez rides past. I've got time to kind of, make up. But in a sprint race situation, these riders are going to take every single gap they see. For me, racing incident, as was the Mia Fabio Quartararo, there were gaps left. The riders tried to take them. Unfortunately, it didn't end well. So Bastianini out, Marini crashed out. Not good news there for those two Ducati riders, especially for Enea Bastianini. Not the way you want to start life in factory Ducati colours. Augusto Fernandez, technical problems on the gas machine. Of course, Paulo Espargaro out, wishing him all the best once again. Bezzecchi with a big crash, luckily rider okay, but a lot of work for the team to do now. And Joan Mir crashing out in his Repsol Honda debut. So that is it from Saturday here at Portimao. Go through all the riders there, all the signs being put away. You can hear the wind has picked up. That played a huge toll on the riders in the race as well, from what I could hear in the debriefs. But yeah, great Saturday, and the best thing to come is more racing. Yep, Sunday is the main race, the big race, and there's a lot to play for. It's going to be so interesting to see how Sunday race day plans out. I am going to now put my feet up after walking 16,471 Brazilian steps today. I'm going to go down to the Blue Dolphin here in Portimao, in Lagos, enjoy some beautiful South African cuisine, some nice South African societies or steak or something nice, speak some nice Afrikaans to my mates there. And then I'll catch up with you all on Sunday race day here at beautiful Portimao to see and how some of these riders do. Oh, side note, Darren Binder, brilliant first qualifying in Moto2, fantastic. P11, saw him, he's happy, he's looking good. Great to see Darren Binder competitive again. He's really looking forward to the race. So watch out for Darren Binder. Well done there. And Roche Woodley has literally just finished his first Red Bull Rookies Cup race of the year. Qualified second, had a good start, led the first lap, made a mistake going into turn 3, dropped down to 11th, recovered into 8th position. So brilliant ride there from young Roche Woodley. So well done there, young man. There is Alex Marquez doing his media debrief at the moment. So you can't really see him. He's kind of there somewhere. So that is it from Saturday at Portimao. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned to Motor Rider World Facebook page. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more awesome content coming your way. Sunday race day, Portimao. Goodbye.